Welcome to the Time to Talk podcast, where here, if it's worth talking about, we are talking about it. I got a special guest today, and you ain't going to believe who it is. One of my longtime friends. Even though he's my brother, he's still my longtime friend. We've done a lot of things together. We farmed together. You name it, we've done it together. And we were just talking, and he was saying, well, Kent, let's do a podcast and let people know that I'm still alive and I'm doing good. So I agreed to it, and today is that podcast. So I want to introduce my brother Dickie to you today, and I hope and pray that something will be said that will allow you to just know that the state of mind that you're in will allow you to go through anything and come out all right. What's going on, Dickie?
You got it, my friend. How about you?
Oh, man, hanging in there like a herd of biscuit.
I hear that today. All you want to do is serve the salt with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, trying to dodge this weather because they keep talking about how bad things are going to be, and it's going to be ice, it's going to be snow. I don't know what in the world it's going to do, but nevertheless, we got to be prepared for whatever it is. Have plenty to eat and make sure that you're warm. That's what's going to matter during that time. So, anyway, we're going to try to get right on into this interview and let Dickie just tell you a lot what's going on with him, how he's been, and how he just, sometimes might require some of you to come by and visit and just sit down and talk, because back in the day you came and you talked to him, and that was when he was getting around and all this and that. So, we have the tendency to change over time when circumstances change. So, he's still the same Dickie he was. And I tell you the truth, I'm basically saying he's my hero now. And what I mean by that is because I never thought that he would have the strong mentality that he has, but he has showed me that his mental is stronger than mine will ever be. He just take everything by the horn, as we say, and he deals with it just like he need to be. So tell everybody what's going on. How you doing, Dickie?
Mr. Lee, I'm doing pretty good. Don't just take it one day at a time. Everybody need to know that I went through a whole lot, and I chose to deal with it, not grow like you ain't got no friends or nothing like that, because I got plenty of them.
Yep.
But in the time that you feel like that there's something wrong with you, just don't wait till the last minute to go get checked out, because you never know what it is. You have a headache, you get a Tylenol, that does not solve the problem.
That is exactly right, Dickie. It seems like sometimes when we in our younger days and all we think about is going, we don't really pay attention to our bodies and see what that change is that's coming about in our body. So like you said, if we continue to go on and don't give it the attention that it needed, it can end up far worse than it is. So that's
the best thing in anything. I don't care what it is. That's like my legs. If I only knew that what I knew now, I wouldn't have waited till the last minute, because I might have done something about it. It might have helped me. It might be just like I am, but I'm proud to be where I am today, because you can get anything you want if you got the right equipment to get it with. You can get legs, you can get a heart, you get eyes, you can get anything you want. So that's not a problem. Your mind is the problem. That's the one you got to take care of, your mind.
Oh my God, I like what you said, Dan. It is a mind thing, because sometimes we think that we are counted out or we just can't accomplish anything because of what we're going through. But the circumstances and the situation doesn't define who you are and what you're going to end up being. And I can witness that, because I want him to tell you the story about what the doctor was telling him about the time that they was amputating his legs or whatever, and the doctor was wondering why come he was calm and how he won't having a fit like most of us do when we go through something that we feel like we don't agree with. We're gonna have a hissy fit. We're gonna be loud. We're gonna be angry. We're gonna be mad. We're gonna be all of that. So tell them, Dickie, what you went through and what you told the doctor as he was talking to you about it.
As I was waiting in the room, the doctor told me I had a couple of seconds to live. So they took me down to X-ray, and then they started, amputating my leg, and they cut it off, and I just turned around and looked at it. He said, sir, why are you looking at the leg? I said, you can't put it back. I said, what difference does it make? I said, you can get a leg anytime you want to. I'm on a podcast. Man. I said, you can get a leg anytime you want to, but you know, you just can't get you can't get your mind. You can't get your mind or your life back, you know, because once it's gone, that's it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But when you were telling me that story, you know, like the doctor said, why come you not worried or concerned about us cutting it off? Dickie said, well, you know, you can't put it back, can you? so why worrying about it? You're right. But so many times, Dickie, we go through even the smallest things that's a whole lot smaller than that. We can let it just bend us all out of shape, and we just get all crazy simply because of what it looked like now. And just like you said, you got to have the mind to adjust to the outcome that you're being dealt with. And you being crazy or being mean or upset won't going to change the situation that the doctors had to do what they had to do. So I commend you, man. I'll say, man, you know, you are my hero. I keep saying that you are my hero, man, because, you know, let me tell you a little about that, you know, and maybe he can just add something to this. But back in the day, as we were coming up as brothers, we done a lot of things together. We not necessarily hunting fish like most people did, but sometimes we would pretend we were fishing, but that was what we were doing. We was out there doing our whole thing, you know, just getting us a cold one. We had not a bucket full of fish, but we had a bucket full of beer and all this and that. So we kind of sort of stayed active. We always done something, you know. We couldn't hardly wait till the weekend comes so we can just start back over from the previous weekend and do the things that we were big and better enough to do. So, and one thing I can remember as being a young boy, Dickie always was out more than me. Dickie hung with some of the older guys, and he just went places that I couldn't go. I was forbidden to go. My mama wouldn't let me hang like that, but he was just a year older than me. But yet and still, he had the reins to do what he wanted to do. I mean, he just stayed gone. Dickie was never home. And that's one of the reasons I was thinking, how in the world is he going to deal with what he's dealing with now, the hand that he dealt with by having his legs amputated? And I said, he's not going to be happy being isolated. But I find out during his isolation, he has built a strong mind, a mind that most of us in the church need. So when the enemy comes and try to boo us and put things in our lives that don't belong to us, you got to take ownership of what's already been given to you on the cross. Come on here. So Dickie is one of those that had really motivated me to know that I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. Because at that particular time, you know, none of us had a relationship with the Lord as we were coming up. So for him to change like he did and just look at things positive, man, I tell you what, my hat's off to you.
See, like I say, like me, you know, it's a different world, but you know, you done all of that. So you don't need to go back to that.
Yeah.
You need to focus on the future. You don't worry about going back.
Yeah.
See, if I would do like, if I just gave up, I wouldn't be where I'm at now because I know that I wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, right.
The Lord came to me, you know, you got to try. That's one thing you got to do. You don't let your guard down because you always keep the ace in the hole.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to try how many times you guard that ace, it gets stronger.
Yeah, yeah.
See, me, I got a strong mind. If I'm willing to do anything. I had legs to walk with, but I was walking one-sided. So that ain't what I wanted. I wanted to walk. I know I wasn't going to be perfect. I wanted to walk without a walker or a cane. But I can't do that. So I'm combined to a wheelchair. That's my legs. Carry me anywhere I want to do, and I can do anything with it. I can do with it.
Yeah.
If I can do anything but jump off a building.
You don't want to do that.
No, I'm rolling off a building, but I ain't want to jump.
You know what? Back in our younger days, we did a lot of that, jumping off the building.
We did a lot of jumping. I do a lot of stuff. You know, I push people around in their wheelchairs. A lot of people can't do that because it ain't.
I was about to say that, Dickie, and I want you to finish it after I say what I'm going to say. You just finish saying what you're going to say. But I was just thinking about that. I said, you know, even in his state, he tried to help others feel good by giving them joy, by, you know, helping them out or telling them something funny or whatever. You know, he gives those people joy and hope by doing some of those things. And we that got legs are not even doing that. But see, he found out that he still has a purpose, regardless where he got legs or not. He still have a purpose. Go ahead and collaborate on that, Dickie.
Yeah, you know, like, cause you don't have no legs, a lot of things you can do.
Yeah.
Like me.
Yeah.
People's in a wheelchair. I'm pushing them. How can a man in a wheelchair push somebody else that, you know, that it's not possible? But you got to have that mind that you're going to do it. Sometimes it might be tough. It all depends on what size they are, but you still try. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And these really holes got rails on them. All you got to do is grab your rail and pull up with your rail and take your hand and guide the chair. And ain't no problem. You go anywhere you want to with them. You ain't going to hurt them. And you ain't going to run into that with them if you know something new what you're doing.
Yeah. I know.
And I like that. I like messing with them because if I don't come in that dining room, they look at me.
Yeah. That's good. So you're a celebrity, huh?
Yeah, I'm a celebrity, so I'm a celebrity. when I go up in that dining room, then I got hearing aid to go and turn them up because they want to hear my voice.
You crazy, man. But I know how much that's true though, because people depend on that hope that you give them, and that is good. And I'll say this here: I don't know, you know, how the Lord is dealing with you, and I don't know if He has spoken to you about something He wants you to do. But I do know if He ever do speak to you about something He wants you to do in your state, you're gonna be great at it, because I know you are somewhat a leader, and people follows you even if it's for your humor or whatever. People wants to be in your presence, and that's very important, because nowadays we're trying to minister to people that really don't care to be in our presence. So when you set yourself up for somebody to like you, you can really do some great work for the Lord. And I know, man, I'm just sitting back and wait, because as I stated back in the day when we was coming up, we did a lot of things together, and I know for a fact, man, now we can still do some things together as far as being positive, you know, from what we done negative in the past. So I'm again, man, I'm just proud of you, Dickie. I mean, that's all I can say. I'm proud of you because you didn't give up. You know, when it seemed like, you know, life and body gave up on you, you didn't give up on it. I mean, I'm just, man, my hat's off to you.
You just don't know, how good it makes me feel, because I know I didn't do this on my own.
Yeah.
So this right here where I'm at right now, He sent me down here to these people.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I didn't have to come down here.
Yeah.
But every one of them enjoy it. If I miss a meal, they look at me. Everything in there looks at me. Where's he at? So I already told him when I leave, I ain't going to let you know.
See, the point of the matter is Dickie, you know, you there, and if all that happened to you hadn't happened, you wouldn't be there being hope for somebody else, you know. And that
no, you never know where else I would have been. You never know, because you know, hey,
that's.
But right here, I'm free. I'm glad. I'm glad with the world I'm at. Don't nobody control me because I'm independent. I do exactly what I want to do. I don't need nobody to help me.
Right. I knew that, you know, we got the same DNA, we got the same blood, we got the same mind, because I'm kind of stubborn myself. I like to be independent myself. I don't try to depend on people, but, you know, as you go on in life, you know, there are certain people that God has blessed to be a blessing. So, you know, the Bible always tells us that it's more blessed to give than receive. So if we ever stop somebody from doing for us and giving us like they want to, we hinder their blessings, because that's what they're led to do. So if anybody want to help me, even though I got all my legs and all my limbs, if you want to help me, give me some money, I'll take it.
I'll take the money. If I was, you know, pushing around in my chair, I might need you I might need you one day, this and other day.
Yeah, I got you. Man, I like that. Might be one day, but not today. And, you know, from what I can gather, and I look at you, man, shoot, your arms in better shape than mine. You know, you got some big arms, man. I mean, you know, you're muscular. I guess, like you said, you work out a lot.
You can't give up. You got to work out. That's the only thing you work out. Your arms. You can't work out your legs. So you got to keep fit. You know.
Yeah.
So if I didn't do what I do, I'd probably be about by the remote control.
Yeah.
Well, I got to keep going because I've been doing it for 11 years, so I can't stop. So that's just in me, and I feel better, you know, when I do my exercise.
Yes, sir, man. But just want to get a shout out. I don't know. He can tell you pretty much how he feel if he, wants you to come by to see him or not. Cause like I said, he like me, he private, and sometimes he don't like to be bothered with people. That's just plain and simple how it is. And I know because I'm the same way. Sometimes I'd rather be off to myself, but me, I got a family, I got a wife, so I can't really stay in that mode but so long. But if I had my opportunity just to be with Kent and Kent only, that's pretty much what I would do. But if he decided he wants somebody to come out and visit and just sit down and talk about some of the, not so much about the old days, what you did and what you were and all this kind of stuff, but if you just want to respect the fact that he's still alive and just will feel good about the gracing your presence, I mean, feel free. I mean, whatever he tell you that you can do, then you do. Hey,
like I said, I want you to put this on out there like my brother. I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody just come to see me, see how I am doing.
Yeah, pity party.
Just want to see how people say you're doing good. They want to see for themselves. I don't like that. If you're going to come to see me for me.
Yeah, and just like me, when I go up there, I treat you just like we did back in the day. We laugh and care. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. I don't look at you. If anybody handicap is me, you know what I'm saying? So I don't look at that. I'll treat you just like I treat you when we was coming up. Yes, sir. We're close then, and we still gonna be close now. And we talk on the regular. More. I say more than some of my other brothers and sisters. We talk. Yeah.
I wouldn't want no other way, my friend, because I'm not really handicapped.
Yeah.
I can go and come when I want to. All I need is a ride. I ain't confined to the building.
You got a Cadillac, ain't you?
Yes, sir. But it's too cold. It's too cold to drive.
It sure is. It's too cold for what I even drive. I stuck my head out the door this morning. I said, "Oh my goodness!" I said, "I can't stand the pressure."
If I put a piece of plastic around the hull, it wouldn't do no good.
You crazy, man. But that's right, man. But we just wanted to give y'all a shout out today to let you know that he wanted to tell you out his own mouth, not me getting up there broadcasting how he is. He wanted to tell you himself that he's doing good and he's okay, and don't feel sorry for him because he don't feel sorry for him. So come on here. So treat him like you always have treated him, and he will be okay with you. Because Dickie normal. Because like I say, now we have fun when I go see him. We have fun, especially in grass cutting season. I see him every week, and that's been good to me. But
ain't that thing we talk about it? We don't talk about the same thing because we got something different every time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Every time you come to the tape, I got something different. Ain't nothing that I rehearse. It's just something they come to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. And like you said, I love every minute of it that you are the way you are and you think the way you think because. Believe it or not, man, sometimes I left you with some things within me that say, well, dang, man, I said, if this man got this kind of mind, this is the kind of mind I got, And the Bible also tells us we got to have this mind that was also in Christ Jesus. And that was a mind that didn't look at failure, a mind that didn't look at defeat. It was a mind that, that triumphed, So I said, we got to have the same mind. And then when I left you, man, it motivated me, to think just like you. I said, well, dang, man, I can accomplish anything. All I got to do is put my head to it.
That's it.
So step up.
You're going to lose a limb of that mind you got to keep.
You got to keep the mind, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. As long as you right in that, man, you good to go. You're good to go. Hey, man, but I just, wanted to do, as we said, we want to get out and let people know just how you're doing and what's going on with you, man. And we got to schedule something else at time, and maybe I can get them old crazy nephews of yours, and we can get up here and just have a little fun, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, you have a little fun, because I know they're ready for me now, because it's been a while.
Yeah. I'll tell you the truth, right here lately, all three of them, every time you turn around, they working, man. They working. And I'm glad of that, man, because we come from a family.
Yeah.
We come from a family that didn't mind work. My daddy, mama, our mamas work, So, it just spilled over on into them. And, even when they're off, man, them boys will go in for overtime. Like Chris, he went in this morning, So, hey, hats off to him. He making that money. I told him, go ahead, because I might need to borrow some money. Michael.
See, that's somebody that wants something, my friend, that you know they're working. Because you got something that wants that, they ain't gonna work. They want to do one little 40 hours and leave it alone.
Yeah. About like me, man, since I've been retired, I'm been like we used to say, I don't even think I'll work in a pie factory.
Yes, sir. Lay down as I work, won't involve me.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, I can do good at, just do something. If I were going to do something, it would be what I wanted to do, when I wanted to do it, and how I wanted to do it. Like, I wouldn't mind working maybe 1 or 2 days a week and just doing it the way I want to. That's 8 hours and nothing over that, and that might be okay because I know they people that can use my service because, we are a family that knows some stuff. You know what I'm saying? We know how to do things, and we are never had our hand tied when it come to do something. People always ask me, well, how do you know how to do so much? I say, man, when you come up poor, either you're going to learn how to do it or you're going to go without because you can't pay somebody else to do it. And so you got to learn how to do it. Yeah.
And all you got to do is look.
That's it. And ask a question once in a while.
They don't look, mine looking over the show. You can't even do everything they do.
Yeah. Man, that's pretty much some of the things I've done. And I never forget it, man. When I went to work at Channel Master, this guy, I was complaining about it because I didn't like what we're doing. He said, you don't? He said, you like it. I said, why you say that? He said, because you're here. He said, if you didn't like it, you wouldn't be here.
That's it.
That's right. He said, if you don't like it, he said, find what you like. He said, you ain't got to always know how to do something. He said, if you can never get your feet in the door, you can learn while you in there, like you were saying, looking over somebody's shoulders, asking questions and taking it in and be serious about learning it, and you can learn it. Yes, sirree. Hey, man, I sure have appreciated this conversation this morning, man. What's your plans the rest of the day?
I ain't gonna do nothing. I'll probably get a little nap. There ain't nothing on TV right now, so I ain't gonna sit there and waste my eyes or nothing, so I might as well close them.
I heard that. Me too. I'm gonna get back in, and I haven't even had breakfast yet, so probably when I get back home, I'll try to get breakfast. But anyway, man, I'll touch base back with you, and as soon as I get this edited, I get it posted so you can glance at it, man, and hear what you say.
I will glance at it. You know that.
Yes, sir. I know you look at all our podcasts, and I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. But anyway, you have a blessed day, and I'll get back with you later on, my friend. You take care, and I'll talk to you later.
You have a blessing. I'll tell you later too, my friend.
All right. Take care. Bye.
You too.
Hey, man, it was a pleasure talking with him, and he had been concerned about people not knowing the state that he was in, how he was doing and stuff. So he said he wanted to tell you firsthand how he is. He's good. He's dealing with his situation, and that situation hasn't changed him from being Dickie, who he is. Amen. And just like he was saying also, for those of you that might, want to go and visit him or whatever, he said, don't come with no pity. He said, come and see him as he was and talk to him and not be asking questions about this or that, about his health and this and that. He don't want to hear that. He said, when you come, talk just like a regular person, and he will be glad to talk with you and see you. Amen. Because none of us don't know what it's like. And like the Bible tells us, a lot of us claim that we are Christian, claim that we are into the Lord like never before, but we're failing to do some of the things that Jesus said we needed to do. He said, when he was hungry, did you feed him? When he thirsty, did you give him drink? Did you go see? Did you go visit the widows? Did you go visit the widowers? Did you go visit those that are confined inside of a building? And the answer to that is probably not. We don't do half the things that we have been required of by the Lord to do. But I am so thankful, though, that I get a chance to go up there, and I want to do more in those places myself. And I got to come up with a plan to just show and want to be able to maybe allow my brother to use his gift and what God wanted to say through him to people, to give them hope, knowing that that whatever you're going through is not your final, that you can still be okay. And I just can't wait to make some of that happen. But anyway, we thank God for this opportunity to speak with him and get him out there on the air and let someone see that he is doing good. Regardless, if you get all your arms cut off, all your legs off, that don't mean it's the end of the world. You got to have the frame of mind. That's what he was saying. He said your mind you're always going to have, so you got to not necessarily say train your mind. Yes, I'm going to say that. train your mind to think like it needs to and to respond to things like you need to, and you will be okay. Amen. Well, anyway, we thank God for this time that was spent with him today, speaking about his condition and just how things are going on his behalf. We're glad that happened, and we hope and pray that you will continue to tune in to Time to Talk podcast with your host, Kent Lee. And as I stated, if the topic is worth talking about, we will be talking about it here. Amen. And we're going to be covering anything from finance, credit, work, anything you name that's worth it, health. We're going to try to cover it here so we can keep God's people in the know about everything. Till we meet again, this is Kent Lee, Time to Talk podcast, and I'm out. Take care.